Oh, there it is.
Oh, nice.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, nice.
Oh, there it is. Oh God, why can is that on your end?
Nice.
Oh, there.
Oh shit.
I was like, what? I'm going insane. I'm just hearing.
Wait, I think I was sharing. Well, I had your stream unmuted. Why is it sharing my desktop audio? Maybe that's a Zoom thing. Do I need to like unshare screen? Is that a thing? Oh, stop share. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
Hey,
no,
no, it's just
thank the fucking Lord.
we're just in the background on this screen. Oh my
Hello.
God, I haven't thought about if my handle the Zoom streaming it.
This is gonna be the test. This is gonna be so sick.
Toasty just navigating through Twitter is like walking through a swamp. That sausage fattener in the chat.
It's so clean. I've actually got a version 2 with the actual background on it. I might upload that one instead. The like yellow shit.
Hop over to the old desktop. Zoom window.
Are we live?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
We're all the way live.
Hello.
Need to find a good place to put you. Cover all the effects, the whole video.
Yeah. Just like
as I'm going through the chain,
over
I'm
the
like
important
sliding you across. So as you can see over here, 5. I'll just like tuck you up here in the.
Yes, perfect. Hazardos always trolls me. I swear he trolls me in every Twitch chat.
Who is it?
This Hazardos.
Oh yeah, he's in all my streams. He always is in early as hell for the feedback shit. What's up, chat? So you can see.
Good afternoon.
You guys can hear Effin and everything okay?
Yeah, we just did a nuts. Kyle just did some nuts routing so that we could make this work.
I'm honestly cracked in routing.
Yeah.
It used to be like the biggest headache for me, and now that I got that loop back thing where I could, it was like
that thing is sick.
Yeah, it makes, because that's such a bitch to do on MacBooks, I swear.
Yeah. JP, what up, dude? PP.
Yeah, we got the chonky project file here. Time for people to join. Nice. Sunday afternoon. Definitely had to double check what day it was for a second.
What is today? Sunday.
Sunday.
Nice. Oh my God. Spam the F and G's. Let's go.
Damn, let's go.
My subs are in here.
There they are.
Oh wait, actually I need to subscribe to you right now.
Oh, let's see.
Subscribe free.
We're just gonna do it to test. There he is.
Is that the Snails Man? Official Snails.
Effin Music, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub.
Yes.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the companion.
Everyone's
right. Is
Kyle
that the real official Snails? The sexiest man. Hot Mess Music. Thank you for the Prime. I'm gonna split $1 with Effin.
Yeah. I'm just getting rinsed on this stream. Mike Wazzati.
Oh, there he is. Halo dub.
Yes. Bring these subs in.
Sweet subs.
Have you guys ever seen something this crazy? This is next level Twitch.
This is next level Twitch. We're operating at a big brain level here. We're ascending. Yeah, I did a little sweep through the project file, make sure everything sounds good. I also like to bounce in project files like these and kind of see how I was doing things at the time, or like look at layers I was adding. Like I was using all the like Quanta and Portal shit. Oh shit! Hazard goes with a $5 dono. Thanks for this breakdown. I love the song. You guys are amazing. This is
I will
basically
be
just an
commissioning that.
just an effing operator machine project that I came in and just like added shit to.
I think this is one of the rare times where the main lead was Serum Boy, and
Was
we had the
it?
original patch in there too. Yeah,
Oh shit, you're
the
right.
main.
I think
Yeah.
that's why I was able to come in and like do a lot of shit to this.
It just sounds like there's the rack on that thing is disgusting.
God, dude, your racks are unreal. How I get carpal tunnel just going through one of Effin's racks.
Yeah.
I feel like all the shit that I'm missing isn't like that big of a deal because you work in such
all.
small steps in your mix down. Like I feel like you never crutch on one like big use of one plugin to make sounds, except for the Phase 48, but it's always
Serum
like
effects.
so many of them spaced out, you know.
I need to get the Phase 48 emote. If anyone wants, I'll get someone to make that.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, just like that's my go-to.
All right, let's do a little audio check here, chat. You need to let us know how we're sounding. Oh, nothing.
What the fuck you want?
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
That's a chunky. So while we're answering some questions, I can get rid of the MIDI there.
That main bass? Yeah.
All right, we're chilling. I'm gonna just freeze. Like we have
100% that rack.
Some shit that I can get
probably
rid of.
some like randomized shit we get.
This guy too. This one's off. So I'll just go through the main one. If we want to go through any of the patch and shit, I mean, we can even like share screen and go through it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can. Where do you think we should start?
That would actually work really well because I can show that because your computer's taking all the fucking processing. You know.
Yeah.
You're hosting the Zoom call and the Twitch.
Yeah, Zoom call, Twitch call. So
yeah,
I'll delete these just so we can go through stuff on my end.
For sure.
And if there's anything technical we want to go through the project, like a lot of the stuff I added was in like audio and shit. So
yeah. And chat, feel free to ask us any questions.
Chat, bust it wide open.
Get in here. This is your project now.
Switch it out. Official snails. We have the sexiest French Canadian right now.
Oh, baby.
So we can answer some mix down. We can answer some questions first, or we can just jump into breaking it down.
So yeah, let's where do we start? Where did this tune kind of come together? This was like a slow one. We kind of like would working on it over a couple months.
Yeah.
Or like in steps. We'd like be super on it for like 2 days and then come back to it like a month later, which I like to do a lot. It's just like not try to crack out on it over like a month. Just like sit down and like knock out a bunch of shit in a day and then come back with fresh ears.
Yeah, you just gotta kind of let the track lead the way sometimes. Like if you're just not feeling it, you gotta like sit on it for a while and kind of fuck around with other tunes. Maybe get some new inspiration or some new production techniques you might want to try. And then when you come back, it's like you could have like a brand new. Donated $1. What up, weed and Fortnite addicts? Just kidding.
That dono sound is fucking so loud.
Is it loud?
It's like
I need everyone to know.
Yeah.
I'm backing up the Brinks truck.
It's all good.
All right, we can just jump in. I think one of the coolest things I noticed about what you did with this like weird
it's a
vocal thing is the automation switching the modes in the amps. So like
true.
This is another just cracked out Effin chain, like kind of more condensed, but listen to it without.
So the intro with the super blown out like amp thing is a vocal, and even the guitar chop is like the same exact chain.
Yeah, the can blaster.
Yeah.
So check this boy
turn
out.
That rack off and turn it off.
And I think you just kind of like stretched it out and pitched it down, but I don't even know if it's pitched down. But when you get this,
just like
the effect rack on with some OTT and serum effects. Probably
Yeah.
phase 48 in this, huh?
Yeah, I'd fucking put money on it.
I'd put money on it.
That's how I love to start tracks is like taking samples and turning
Oh.
them into just oh god,
You owe me
I'm
money.
exposed. Turning them into like completely different things with just like destroying a vocal and like turning it into a sort of it even sounds like kind of like an electric guitar, kind of like chuggy mosh call kind of shit.
Check the automation from the heavy to the blues amplifier. Oh dear. I never knew that company would collab with Tfue on a track.
God damn it.
That just gets old.
I'm
Okay.
either Tfue or like Autistic Eliminate.
Oh, $10 dono for simulation. Crumbo, you are my father. For my son.
Nice.
Thank you, son.
I'll be commissioning all these donuts after this room.
100%. So when it goes. You can see when you switch back and forth between these two. It's
Yeah.
like,
It just sounds super like
there's just a bunch of different modes.
it just sounds so blown out, but I love the like I mean the crunchy chunkiness.
It's cool,
of it. That's
yeah.
kinda like the, yeah.
Do a little
the idea.
preverb thing here to smooth out this next session. All the same channel.
Yeah. Turn the audio rack off for that too. It just sounds like just like the random shit.
I actually really like this part. This is like the first thing I worked on when you sent it over. Was these little like neuro fills here. And like the one on the what the when it like whips in. It's just, yeah.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah, these guys were cool, but
Little
I mean, we kind of just worked around this part.
oh.
$1 donation, another one from Conspire, spamming the donos for $1. One way to get attention. Do you have any weed recommendations? No, not really.
Just
Just some basic effects and sweeps here. Stuff from the pack, I think, that you're working on.
maybe maybe.
I think
Yeah,
you went
there was
when you
definitely
went
some
back
sounds
in
there.
recently. Did you add more stuff from the pack or like anything?
Yeah, the new snare like completely changed the vibe of the track for sure.
Yeah, huge snare.
Big snare boy.
Any questions in the chat? You should release a version of this song with none of the post processing. That would actually be hilarious. Even like the leads and shit would sound
Yeah,
similar to
it would
the
just be like,
AV of this vocal. Yeah. Yeah, there's just some like little glitches with a lot of like reverb automation on them to kind of fill the background of this part. Like some twisted tools like pass by effects and stuff. I'd say the main thing we kind of like worked around, or like the main driving element, was definitely this Denzel vocal thingy. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's sort of like
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
It's a fun little fill here too.
a little bit of yeah. What I love about this track is like it's like both of our glitches, and then it's like on top of this like half metal, half like sigh breakdown. It's like,
I love it.
yeah. Don't show the main vocal. That's a secret.
This one?
The what the fuck?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, don't show that one. That's a effing secret.
That's a secret sauce? Okay. That's at the very bottom, okay. Where we get like more like introducing some new sounds, like some RP
You
stuff.
can't even hear that. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's really tucked in.
But
I think the main
it's just
thing is
a
like
subtle
these
momentum.
guys. Like a really grainy kind of sounding thing. I think a lot of that's probably coming from the pitch shifter layer.
Yeah.
I've been doing this processing with like a super high pitch shifted, and I turn the correlate off and the jitter all the way up, and then I mix in like 20% and put it through just like some ridiculous like vocoding and shit.
Yeah.
Really fun. I like this pitch shifter a lot. So we have this.
Yeah, all the kilohertz shit. So gas.
What the fuck you want?
There's like a lot of really good like drum rhythm to this too, I've noticed, like when I check out all the drums. Like the
Yeah,
Like-
I'm actually super happy with the drums on this one.
yeah, I love the cymbals group in particular, but the new snare you added in was huge.
Yeah.
When I saw the amp on here but it turned off, I was just like, motherfucker. Yeah, so there's like quite a bit of processing on the little cymbal group here, but it really fills out the sides and just fits really nicely with the kick snare, I think.
That's like honestly my number one feedback when I get like promo emails and even on like one-on-one sessions is just like filling out the high end with percussion and just sort of like adding the flow and momentum. Because a lot of times people just get lazy with just like doing one hat and like one ride, and you can just add so much sort of just like body and flow to especially heavy dubstep shit where it's all about the drums.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. The drums and like background shit, which is another thing that would be good to segue into this tension section
for
because
sure.
we have like 5 different like strings stacked up here. It's all like pretty heavily EQ'd. I notice you do a lot more like surgical EQing than I would do.
I do a ton.
And then the second part, I brought in the tension string from my song Movement, which is
Oh,
another $1 from Conspire. Effin is the definition of COVID-19.
what does that even mean?
What does that
man?
mean? Hey
God,
man,
tired of getting fucking bullied on stream.
let's keep the donos and comments in the chat all nice and good energy. But yeah, we just got some more tension added here.
Yeah, so I'll do like a there's like 2 layers of the tension. So I'll do one like the normal or like at whatever octave, and then I'll do another one an octave higher and maybe like Haas effect on it, so it's like super spread.
Yeah,
And it kind of gives that like polarity between
Yeah,
the two. Just
that's
to, like, push
another
them
really
out in
good-
space.
another really good batch of sounds that you could do that kilohertz pitch shifter stuff to, and do
Right.
like instead of an octave, you could do like an 11 or a 13 to get that extra dissonance
Ooh,
off of the added
yeah.
semitone, and then kind of blend
There's-
that in.
Minor seconds in there.
Cool. So we have some background stuff. The rest of the stuff in here is all just like kind of sweepy, filling out shit. I mean, the main patch is probably this audio, which even after his crazy cracked chains, there's still like quite a bit of post processing and like
Yeah.
really big saturation, a lot of OTT. Dude, I'm gonna have to ban you from the chat if you're gonna keep dropping $1 donations and being a dick. That's just stupid.
We're just trolling Toucan. It's all good, baby.
Not cool.
Yeah, it's just super cracked out.
Yeah,
kind
do you
of
want to
repeat
pop your screen over and like go through the chain and processing really quick, and we can kind
Yeah,
of like,
yeah, let's try
go-
that.
And then we can
Hold
come
on,
back to mine. I can go more over like the grooves and the fill, and then we can jump into the second drop stuff.
How do I do that? Okay, so what do I do? Share screen.
Oh, here, I'll stop
Zoom.
sharing. Oh, there he is.
Oh.
Man, really?
Oh.
He really be in the stream though.
I don't know why I can't share screen. Do I have to close your? Oh, here we go. cool. So nice. And you can see that. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it. Cool.
Uh huh.
All right, can you hear it?
Yeah. Turn it down a bit though, just in case.
Yeah, it's way down on the master. Oh. So this is sort of like the main. Yeah, this is literally like the main patch, and it's probably just like 2 detuned like sine waves. Yep.
It's still like really similar to your operator workflow, I'm sure. But
Yeah, for
like,
sure. Well, I mean that sound design is like it's all based on the post processing. Is like it doesn't matter what sort of VST you use because I'm just doing like basic shapes. So yeah, I sort of like got this. It looks like a triplet kind of rhythm just out of just sort of the phasing Reese rotation. Let me see if I could take some of this like processing off. Is this all grouped up? Mostly.
see.
So it's sort of just like
Yeah.
this nice, pretty little sine wave, a little bit of FM from the sub, and then that gets not distorted. There's a phase 24.
There
Wow,
it is,
that's
dude.
super rare.
This is like a big step
Yeah.
out for you.
Yeah, really like nothing going on in Serum Effects, just like on a super basic FM Reese patch, and then it gets thrown into an amp of like really harsh like EQ cuts.
Yeah, those low mid ones can get out of control pretty early on if you like feed it through an OTT or a big
Right.
saturator without kind of taming that area.
Right. Yeah, there's our boy shown in the phase 48.
There he is.
That's actually like there's 2 layers. So there's the main. And there's sort of just like a valley crunchy layer on top. Sort of like parallel on the chain. Then OTT saturator, more cuts into an amp. This amp's probably doing a lot. Yeah, just like absolutely crushing the sound. Phaser for width. You can see I like kind of add a lot of stuff and then I'll go back and turn it off as needs be.
Is there
All
like
this
a
stuff's not on.
characteristic you like about the Ableton amp over like anything third party?
I think it's just because trash can be like way too heavy. And that's I don't really have any other amps or like distortion racks. I just like the sound of Ableton's, I think.
That's cool.
Just because I don't see it used that often, but
It really
I think
isn't.
it sounds great.
It really isn't used very often. I
just
find I'll jump in and out of like using it, or I have a couple presets I've
Right.
saved like MIDI amp or something that I'll throw on basses, but I
Yeah,
find it
looks
like
I'm not even
thins
using
my
trash
sound.
here.
Trash is sick.
Trash
I like
is so dope.
the
I'm using Decapitator.
convolution stuff.
Yeah, the
Convolve
Decapitator's
stuff.
really dope too.
Oh, cool. I don't have
But like the
that.
main thing is just like using a bunch of cuts and then running that into heavy distortion. Yeah, this isn't even on. There's Serum Effects. Little flange. Wow. It's like honestly so much OTT and saturation and then just EQ cuts and then like distortion. So yeah, we sort of have this. And I resampled that and just sort of like chopped out. It basically just sounds the same. It's just like a very minute changes to the sound.
Yeah.
Like automating reverb, a couple more cuts where it got built up. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. We just sort of use that as like the main basis. And that's probably parts where I like automated the rate or something on the like the actual detune.
Yeah.
Get off triplet. There we go.
You get so many variations, it's crazy.
Yeah, I just really like taking super basic shapes and then distorting the fuck out of them. And that's pretty much it. We can jump back over to you.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, cool. Let me stop share.
Cool. So yeah, for some of these fill bases, you guys know I have like the big kind of stack of like Nero stuff and Portal bases. So I had a fresh batch of these. I actually just pulled in from a whip of mine. So these were some of my bases I added like on accent.
Yeah, this whole track came together once you started doing your crazy layering shit, and it just sort of like made it massive.
Yeah, a lot of these go straight to the master because I like to blow out the low end a lot and kind of bypass every other element that's happening and kind of overpower it. I like to do this a lot during like fills and turnarounds when I can just like pull out the sub or pull everything else out and I just want one element just kind of like taking over everything. In this case, like there's other things still happening, but I'm sending this directly to the master and then I'm doing quite a bit of automation on this group as well, like on like whether I want the low end there or not. Like on some of these other bases, I believe I like cut some stuff out. It looks like maybe later, maybe on some of the other ones in this group, but it's all pretty similar process. It's all just a lot of like here I can take off all the saturation and OTT stuff and not really that different of a sample. There's some volume automation with utility later too. If I wanted to like, since I'm sending it straight to the master, say I did want to like slightly sidechain it, I can just kind of bootleg that with the utility.
True.
And then, yeah, let's take off all this.
They're asking a little bit about the master. This is literally the most basic master chain I've ever put on a song. This is what I tell everyone.
So
like,
that's off. There's some treatment and like a mid-side EQ to just make sure that everything below like 200 hertz is super mono, and then it looks like we just have like some really basic multi-band compression, and our
like a
limiter
multi-band
isn't
rack I
even
use.
on this instance, but
yeah, that it's definitely, I think it's on in the final project. It's just a Pro L on like a clipping setting, adding like 2 dB of gain. So yeah, I think Kyle and I's master chains have gotten super simple.
Yeah, the more simple
we try to
it's like beefing it up a bit, you know.
Yeah,
but it's mainly just gain, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But
absolutely.
That tends to be what I'll do. I'll just have like a soft clipper. And if I want to go back and fix something in the song, then I'm going to do it in my my groups. That's why I think this busing system is really efficient, where you have the basses and the synths. And even like in Effin's case, like in the sidechain group, there's even a bit of like post-processing just to squeeze things together and make sure everything's really nice going into that really minimal master chain. And you don't have to like put some crazy batch of plugins to get like everything out of it. Oh, let's stretch it out really quick. Y'all need to chill in the chat. We're here to drop some knowledge.
What's the snare looking like? I think it's literally just one snare. I think I layered like a crazy high of white noise.
Yeah. Yeah, it's mainly just a nice snare. Going into some overdrive and again some really nice treatment. Some really stereo white noise.
Yeah, I love that.
And then yeah, the sidechain in this case was just like a basic volume shape curve, like nothing really crazy there. I know it wasn't bounced that way, or it wasn't rendered with volume shaper, but I'm sure it's something really simple.
Yeah.
So yeah, back to these little Nero bases. I was actually gonna go through those. So that's the portal, more like tonally, fellas, and then these guys. Crunch, the crunch. Turn off the rack and see. So it's still got a lot of like low mids and rumble to it, but basically I'm just kind of taking all that fullness and just blowing out the high end and then kind of just using that whole goddamn thing. There's even some weird like quanta granular stuff I layered in as the rhythm of this.
That sort of like,
so it's like a vocody like downbeat, and I actually took little cuts of this to layer into the rhythm. And this took a lot of like fine tuning and zooming in and kind of like looking at his. This is a really nice looking waveform, actually.
She's beautiful.
I love it. So I basically looked at the accents of this and kind of added my own little quanta basses in here. And I'm using Yo Man automation to create like a little bit of room, almost like a tonal delay type thing. There's even some clicks in there, you know, just for added transient shaping.
By the sidechain. Yeah, I love that.
Some more Nero basses of mine. Even these things I've showed a lot, I use little basses like these for like, I used to use like the little laser, but now I just like to use like really thick low mid things to kind of cut through and almost just like a, almost just like a tom or something. It just adds like a little like suck into the next kick. It's grip.
Oh,
There's another sound like that.
making when making sample packs, do you master the samples or just make them all similar volume? You gotta think that you're gonna be using it in a project and it's gonna have like your processing again on it. So just be like aware of that. I try to just make sure mine are like normalized.
Yeah. Just as long as everything's like kind of similar. You don't want someone to be scrolling through your pack at a normal volume and then like one bass comes in like super loud and just like blows there.
That's like the biggest turnoff if I'm on Splice and I hear just like this riser that just absolutely sucks. Yeah, and I'm just like, well, I'm no longer listening to that pack.
Or we can take a couple seconds to answer some questions in the chat if you guys want to bombard us with some shit. And then we'll move on to like second drop. And any questions about the track or production in general, even like marketing shit, whatever.
Can you hear the whole thing? Yes, you can. It's on our SoundCloud and Spotify.
To buy it. Though.
We're
What if
just
that
gonna
was a
build
thing where
stuff
you
like
could
them.
stream the first drop of all songs, but you had to buy it to hear the second drop all the time?
Smart.
Smart, right? How'd that riser go, company? Which one? In the tune or what you mean? We have a lot of risers.
Oh shit. Are you gonna go over the FM serum harmonic sound used in the Zombie remix as well? I'm not sure what sound you mean, no Messina.
No cap.
No cap. What did you guys find and how did you process the main vocal? It's from a secret pack. And I probably just did a bunch of OTT and saturation. And like, yeah, that's all for vocals. You kind of don't need to go too overboard with post processing because you kind of lose like the actual pronunciation of it if you try to cook them too much or like do too much crazy processing on them. So I try to keep the vocals like as clean as possible and just make sure they're like really enunciated and in your face.
Yeah, I sometimes would even record my voice like really pronouncing what they are and then layering it in to get some clarity.
Nice.
But I mainly just use like frequency shifter and little alter boy to form and like anything you can form and shift with. I was using manipulator, that infected mushrooms one for a while.
True.
Some really cool presets in there too. Even like Portal, you can. It depends on how crazy
I gotta get that.
get
I've
away
heard
with.
nothing but good things.
You gotta get Portal.
Yeah.
You'd
yeah,
go
Chubby,
nuts
this
with
track
it.
came out Friday.
Yeah.
It's out everywhere. It's called Chunky. We did do the percussion and cymbals a little bit, Meister. How do you do variations? What that sidechain bus, I think you and I both do the same thing. We route everything but the sub and the drums. And maybe the vocals. Yeah, no, the vocals are sidechain too. Yeah, you can kinda see
you did the so do you do like a lighter sidechain on your sub?
Yeah, I find that if I have like the sub sounds sick in this one.
Yeah.
If I have too much of a sidechain on the sub, there's like kind of a disconnect between the kick, and on a big system, I don't like that sort of like pump.
You can kind of tell if you bounce your kick and your sub together, and you can kind of see if there's like a little ribbon, like a little cut in the waveform. If you just like solo both and render from the master.
Right. Yeah, I definitely either do that or just like kind of listen and do like a by hand sidechain and make sure like the sub is perfect.
You can see there's a really nice like connection between.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Looks
Look
money
at that.
to me. Looks money to me.
What else do we have in here? Mastering chain. We just went over it. Super basic.
Yeah, super chill.
Limiter.
Nothing too crazy. There were a couple more questions. How do you get good drop phrasing ideas? Sometimes like just like doing a big batch of sound design and kind of arranging the sounds until you get a flow in mind. I mean, it's the best thing possible is to already have a kind of flow in mind and even like beatboxing it out and trying to recreate whatever you beatboxed, which can be cringe as fuck, but it's proven to be effective. by me.
What type what type of effects racks would you put on the basses in the build-ups to make them sound drowned out, reverbed out? Just general sort of like washout plugins, maybe like high passes and reverbs, just so they're not like muddying up the mix.
You can get super creative with build
Yeah,
up shit.
yeah, go nuts. Like just take any sound and pitch it up.
Something I like to do recently is I'll throw like a Saturn on and I'll just automate the feedback and frequency knobs to go like really high. And it
Ooh,
starts getting like a really cool tonal, the sound just starts like collapsing and snowballing on itself. It's really cool. You can do that. You can automate chorus. You can automate like an amp going up, but at the same time you're pulling the high end down. Like get creative with it. I don't know. It's a lot of fun.
yeah. That
But
build-ups definitely you can have them like the most fun because
yeah,
that's
you can get
kind of where all the energy
destructive
comes
as
from.
fuck.
Especially if things are getting sidechained and like you can start adding like LFOs and sort of rhythmic patterns to stuff that can completely change the vibe of your build-up.
Cool. Let's play this build and second drop.
Run it.
AFK music. What's up, Jimmy?
What the fuck you want? I got the
Computer's hanging in there as well as it can.
It's
The,
doing all right.
the layers come in hot on this part. So like
Yeah.
Effin had already like a really good portion of the first drop in. So I really just did like flavor on that one and fills and like really minimal shit. And then even when I passed it back, he kind of took the stuff I did and, you know, like retouched it up a lot himself. Like I kind of started this idea off of his sounds. And I mainly just went in and got a really cool render out of that serum patch. Like messing with a lot of the tuning parameters and just like pitch bending it and fucking with the filters a little bit. And I found some rhythmic parts out of like my Portal samples. So Countspire with the $1 shout out. I'm sorry for annoying you with the donations. I was just kidding. No
Dude, we were
worries,
just
man.
kidding
We're
too.
just
You're good.
trying to keep it chill in the chat. We really appreciate you, man. Thank you for always chilling in the streams and shit.
You're all good, bro.
Yeah, don't worry about it, man. We're just fucking around. So this is like a pretty blown out little layer for like having nothing on it. This would actually be a really cool sound to like get that explosive, like almost like blown out dubstep sound.
I love
but,
it. Sort of adds like a transient to like the triplet flow,
Batch
which
12.
I really like.
So this is the sample I made that out of. Which is cool.
Yeah.
So I think I just did some like stretching or something, but let's hear that together. And you'll notice only the top one is pitching. This one's kind of just there for the transient. Oh, it actually is doing a bit of pitching down. It's just not as noticeable. And we have another layer here. It's like a really annoying kind of like another one of those tension layers we were showing before, but it's definitely more prominent in the mix down. So these three together. As well as all of the filler synths. Let me scoot Effin over here.
You had to go nuts on that one to sort of match the energy of
Yeah.
the first one.
Hence all the layers, yeah. So we also have the pitch on the sub here.
What is that sub? I love the
This
like,
one's
sort of-
yours.
Is it? Nice. Oh, it's like a little 808 kind of.
Yeah.
Right.
Retriggers really nicely though. So we're just taming a lot of the like 100, 1 to like 250. That area can get really boxy. Yeah. Some more of my like layered basses on there. On top of some more like Portal glitchy stuff. And some like weird stretched out fills. And then a bunch of layers for the portal shit for the guns. So we have this main, like, I'm actually getting like a tone out of this crazy peak going through the saturator here. So you can see on this third band. So this like, it's all kind of mainly the EQ movement.
Yeah, that one, all the like the weird shit you find in these projects.
Yeah, it's kind of all these little gems, you know. I feel like a lot of the times I've been starting ideas, I haven't been getting as stoked on them because I haven't been doing these deep dives on
Right.
like creative, like trying to get weird audio shit. I'll just like wait for the idea to be sick, and when it isn't sick in like an hour, I'm like, scrap, on to the next one.
Yeah, it's way too deep.
So we had some like long boy layers underneath the guns here. Just like everything up to this point was so full and energetic that I found myself having to add a lot to kind of match and also like push the energy through the second part of this drop. So
One of the machine guns.
so this is what's up?
One of the machine gun layers I added, I think, is like from either cabbage or stress blade or something.
See, we have really sick. And we have cabbage.
Yeah, there it is.
These ones are sick.
I was just like reusing. I think you do the same thing.
These are dope.
What is that?
The
What am I
the stress plate fillers. It's almost like a really dissonant ride. I like it.
even- Yeah, this project is so much shit.
So much shit.
Holy moly.
Just went crazy with the portal glitches
Yeah,
here.
I fucking love that shit. I love that it's sort of just like, because the track's so full, and then when you add that sort of just like empty, you have that kind of like eighth note rest in between the downbeat and sort of that fill. I think it adds crazy. It's just super blown out.
Very cool.
That's
I like the very first part of this when it's like, like weird.
That
What's
thing's super gnarly.
I wonder if that would have sounded cool with the EQ automation going on here. Could be cool, you know. I like moving around the notch and the peak there. Yeah, so that's
that
a cool.
last blown out part sounds insane.
Yeah, I automate the EQ to come on there, and also the low pass. I do so much weird on-off automation where it's like, I could have made it my own channel for it, but I'm like, fuck, I just want an auto filter for this one part, so I just automate it to turn on and off. That part with the vocal too, the I got that is really sick. Yeah, I mean that's a majority of like the drops, I would say. If there's anything we haven't touched on, the effects during the drop are really standard, I'd say. Sweeps.
Yeah.
A lot of
Little mini
sweeps,
boys.
yeah. Yep. Same with Into the Breakdown. We're back to the old vocal synth. Think we should touch on the third drop a little bit?
Yeah, the third drop was just kind of like chopping the two together. and,
Yeah.
like, creating a new flow.
I like that formula where I like have a quick build into a second drop, and then the third drop is kind of just me seeing how they communicate together. If like I'm kind of fusing the phrasings together. Effin, how'd you make the machine gun base? So many layers, but
Yeah, for that kind of stuff, I like chopping out a couple layers. So I'll take like a couple transients from like honestly, you kind of saw I had like cabbage and dirty laundry. I like to take like old drops I've made and maybe just like cut out a section and maybe turn that into like some momentum shit. Yeah, originally the ideas was Kyle's. He had sort of had this gnarly machine gun, and I just sort of beefed it up with like some layering.
Those kind of sounds are really cool because I find with the machine guns and any like shorter percussive basses, you can just go nuts with the layers.
True.
Like add a bunch of different like transposed things. Like in my Firewall VIP, I have like another thing of like it's got to be at least 12 layers for the gun, and it's just a bunch of different flattens and frequency shifted up and down type thing. Can you go in depth how you post process these basses with the auto filter and EQ8 doing weird shapes but coming out with amazing tones? It's mainly having a kind of very low mid heavy growly bass, like something I usually make out of like sine compression or like Foley that I just blow out with a bunch of disperser and OTT. So the disperser and the OTT and vocoder and stuff allows the low mids to kind of stay really clean but really full. And then if you push a signal like that or like a sine wave through a bunch of saturation, especially if you're boosting the low end and notching those annoying mids, you're able to like blow out the high end a lot and kind of get different results out of that. I usually feed that into a big OTT to kind of just, flatten the whole signal.
Big brain.
Big brain.
glitches.
It all seems big brain, but in reality, when you watch me making those sounds, it looks like the most garbage shit ever. I'm just like throwing effects over and over again, like a bunch of random LFOs. Like it just looks so like brainless.
Yeah.
Hopefully that helps.
That's like half the I think we both do sound design like sort of that way. We'll have like maybe your like one shot sound design where you're just focusing on like really developing one sound and sort of like dialing in a serum patch, or just going the complete opposite way and just like chucking shit out of chain at like random Foley and just sort of creating like these long stretches of stuff. It's like switching between those two can keep things really fresh, where you're not always trying to like make one specific sound, rather just like go crazy and make a bunch of crazy basses that are like you can resample.
Yeah. Even when I do those giant batch of resamples, like the ones I have for like my Portal glitch new batch. Like if I type in Portal, I have like 6 or 7 different packs of this size, but I usually take these and like stretch them and further manipulate them after. So I'm also just creating
Right.
myself a bank of source sounds where I can like get ideas out, or I could also just drop these in as like fill basses. They're fucking weird. They're like chickens.
How many times?
I really like these really low mid percussive ones because I can use these
Right.
for machine gun bases. Like,
Yeah, I love like throwing those off beat too.
huh?
Throwing those sort of like percussive bassy ones like off beat, and they sort of add like this like almost like a swing, like a bass like swing and bass music.
Yeah, that sounds
You do
sick.
these, like,
These are cool to like put in Quanta or like any sort of granular synthesis thing. What's your thought process on adding background stuff? It's different every time. I like tension a lot. Like I like dissonance for my background stuff since it's not going to be very prominent in the mix, so it's not going to be like as annoying as like a dissonant, like if you're hearing like a bass and the sub are a root note apart, it's just going to sound like terrible dissonance, whereas like you can get some really like eerie shit out of just having like two really high pitched detuned saw waves like a semitone across from each other or apart from each other. But I don't know, I just add a bunch of random shit like he had a bunch of really cool tension stuff in there. I didn't have to do much for the filler stuff.
how many times you swap the project between each other? This one actually was super fast. I had like the first idea down, send it to you. You nailed the second drop, and you did the second and the third, and then you sent it back to me, and I just cleaned them all up. Like we only sent it.
Yeah, it's like
Back and
4
forth, like,
total, maybe.
Yeah.
Good. Seems like
The
a
more you're
fair
sending
one.
it back and forth, like the worse. Not. Well, I don't want to say that, but like usually the quicker you can sort of pass back and forth and get it done. Like we weren't fighting for like ideas at all. It was very seamless. Like we both sort of knew where the track needed to go.
Yeah,
Easy.
yeah, worked out.
Should you always sidechain the build up? No. If
I
you
don't
want to.
always. If I do
Yeah.
sidechain the buildup, I like to go into volume shaper, and I'll actually just like automate the mix to be a little bit lower. I don't need like a
Wow.
fully ducking crazy kick, or I'll even automate this to like be getting more intense as the kicks are, or less intense as the kicks are increasing, because when it gets to your kick doing like a oh,
Yeah, dude, we had a
spag.
guest show up.
Oh, we've got a
the-
very special guest.
I was wearing the hoodie at the beginning of the stream, but it got too
That's a
hot.
sick
'cause
hoodie.
This project is toasty.
The toasty boy. My
like
laptop
how you-
definitely heated up. I'll tell you what. Surprise, we're smoothing through it without my laptop crashing though, and I'm in a Zoom. Normally, just a Zoom session will fuck my laptop.
Yeah, I don't know how we're staying alive,
But yeah,
but it's
we're
working.
doing it.
Mm,
But yeah, let's give the old third variation a rinse.
What the fuck you want? I got the what the fuck?
I like the really minor Neuro
Like,
boys
almost
in
like
here.
chants. Yeah.
It's such like a I find a lot of these sounds when I'm implementing them, they sound so dog shit on their own.
Yeah. Well, it's all about context.
There's so much like low mids and sub on that still. It's like a little like breath.
Yeah, I was saying it's like almost like a neuro chant.
Just like, I don't know, sucks it in. The bass sounds like a horse sniffing. It kind of does.
It's like it's like
That's so
fucked up Winnie.
Must not headbang. Yeah, we just have that go straight into the little machine gunny part. I think we even do something a little different here. There's the outro.
Wait, I definitely Wait, is there actually no outro?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I know exactly what I did. I was cleaning up the end of the project because you had like imported a bunch of glitches. Now that I like looking back, I 100% just deleted it. It's gone forever.
Okay. All we need is a reverb.
Wow, VIP. You guys are first to hear.
First to hear it.
Yeah, there's no outro on this VIP.
You heard
That's
it
the
here
only
first.
distinctive thing.
If we really wanted to do a VIP, all we got to do is go in and pitch up the quanta bases on that one part. There we go. Outro done. What the? All we got to do is turn up these quanta boys. +7. It's fun having like a kind of template like this where you have a bunch of small accents that are adding like a bit of drive to the tune, because you can get super hands-on with like fucking with this, like with like Portal, or like pitching it around, or like substituting in a different bass sound, and it's kind of like you already have your solid fundamental of what your main layer is, so you can just fuck with a bunch of different things. Get cool results. No feedback today. I've been wanting to do feedback soon, but you know, I've just been like trying to get my groove back. Stella's trying to get his groove.
Yeah, I'm
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
definitely gonna be streaming a fuck ton this week. It's gonna be a big stream week.
It's gonna be a big old stream week. I've just been grinding on music again, but I should probably start
Yeah, I have
another
to.
idea on stream. Like it's scary.
Well, I try to like answer everyone in chat, so I'll just be like trying to get in the zone and also answer like 20 questions.
Yeah, there's definitely a good like middle ground that I'm trying to figure out. like reading every once in a while, or like taking suggestions from chat, or like even taking samples from my Discord and shit like that.
I love how we have two what's it called? Like insert markers at the top. It's just one and
One.
then 12 and
12,
drop.
12 and 12 and drop. 12th and drop.
We could
That
look at a
means
little
we-
bit of the drum processing.
Yeah, for sure.
Or like I don't know. Let's see what the kick is. I honestly have no clue.
The bus processing is really, really simple. Just, glue compression, saturation, transient shaping. Oh, this is actually with Saturn though.
Yeah, that's like a super weird. It's from Not Sorry that he gave out a bunch of like Ableton racks, I think for free. And there was this transient shaper in there that I really liked.
And it was with Saturn?
Yeah, it's doing the weirdest fucking
Jesus.
It's doing the weirdest thing. I end up using Neutron instead of that, I think, or maybe even both of them.
It looks
it's
like this
disabled
one
in the
was
project right
on.
now.
I like the Kilohertz one a lot personally, but it's good to have your own go-to transfer that you like.
Yeah, I love Neutron 2 for sure. But yeah, this is the most basic drum processor.
Oh, the computer is getting toasty.
Ooh.
To cook an egg on her after this.
Nice.
So yeah, let me just turn off the group busing here. Really simple. You can see this is barely even triggering until the snare comes in.
Yeah,
The snare is like
super...
a bit louder and fuller than the kick, but this super nice little punchy kick. Kind of similar to the frequency we're taming in the sub here. And big surprise, there's an amp.
What the fuck am I thinking? You
I
know
like
what?
it.
I'm gonna go bounce that out later and fucking put it in the pack. Cause
Going in the pack.
what is the sample? Effin kick something.
Effin kick 01.
Wow, no idea what that is.
Yeah, like a lot of EQing. You
Yeah,
can see most of it is around the 100, 250 hertz again, like when we were talking about how we're EQing the sub.
Yeah. Well, I like to make like almost like a hollow sounding kick where you've got like a kind of punchy, prominent low and top end, but it sort of has like the scooped out body. I don't know.
I like that as well. Effin sample pack? Effin sample pack, you say?
Yeah, this is all just a promo for me.
Real slow. My screen is starting to get all laggy. It's like.
Do you gain stage? I don't.
I mean, I start with like my sub and my kick kind of around a certain area, and I kind of just mix around that. I don't really like religiously gain stage my hats or basses in a certain way. Do it all by ear. Like sometimes I'll have way more full top end in like my mid basses, and then I'll have to kind of do my hats accordingly rather than just like mixing them a certain way. I don't know. I gain stage differently every time.
Yeah, you're kind of gain staging if you're like using glue compression and whatnot, and you're reading those levels and like adjusting accordingly. But
yeah, it's mostly by ear for me. Do you always make your sound design samples in one key? Nah.
I feel like for a lot of the neuro stuff, there's so much pitch bend and distortion. There's not like an inherent key, and if there is, you can almost immediately hear it like in the track. So just use your ear.
How many different projects do you like to be rotating between? I honestly usually like to have like that I'm really focused on at the time. I'll sometimes jump between like 3 to 5, sometimes more. Did we go through the sends? No, we didn't. One's just for room.
Probably not even using
Pro
it.
R. Really mostly being used in the intro probably, and it's really subtle still.
Yeah, just a teeny bit of room on that guitar.
Super small room, and then just basic side chain here and making sure we're not letting too much of the low end of the room come in. The second one, I need to use this send again. The rectifier.
Dude, I love the rectifier send. Rectifier is like a perfect parallel.
Yeah, it's a very good parallel, like really aggressive, hard curve saturator with a bit of adjustment on the bass. So it's targeting a bit more of the like high mids rather than, but still some more treatment in this 1 to 2, like 50, 300 area. This can be a bitch if you don't like treat it on like just about everything because it's lower and it's not as audible unless you're on the right speakers, so it can just build up so quick without you noticing. So yeah, this is just like a kind of excitement send.
Oh yeah,
We're
I had
just
to
blending that in parallel.
I had to sidechain that with a actual sidechain because I tried routing it and to the sidechain and it had this super weird phasey like
How
timing
weird
issue.
is
I don't know.
that?
Yeah,
I
they can't
stopped
route
using
returns
sends
to a sidechain.
altogether because of that. I was having so many phase issues. I was like, what the fuck
Yeah.
is going on?
So I got away from using sends a lot. I just like one or two, and then I'll just throw it like a hand sidechain on those and do it manually.
So is that what was causing the phasing for you? Was sending it to another bus?
Yeah, if I like sent that rectifier to my sidechain, it fuck up the entire mix. It would like
So
bump everything.
weird.
Yeah.
And then
They
we
might
have
have- they might
one
have
more
fixed
that's
that,
just
but,
Haas.
Yeah, I don't know what
Portion.
that was probably for the vocal,
I think this was for more intro
or maybe
stuff
you
as
had
well.
it. I don't know. Oh yeah,
This is like basically some stereo and then with just like some sizzle. So this is more just like I love doing like a big stereo thing like this for a send as well, but I'll normally end up just doing it like I'll bounce the mid group and make a channel of this and blend that in just cuz I get weird phasing stuff with the sends. I can't really figure out why. It's very situational for me. Like if I send something inside of my group, it phases, but if I send it on the whole group, it doesn't phase. I
Oh
don't know.
really? That's weird. What's our metering on the master? Do we have? Well, do you know what the LUFs are? I didn't even check them.
I don't really ever check LUFs.
Yeah.
LUF.
This track's loud as fuck though, for sure.
But I can check the I mean, I'm just
Oh,
really
here, I'll check it real quick. 'Cause
Yeah,
I've got
check it.
the-
Check it.
the,
Here, you can share your screen if you want.
It's all good. I'll just check
Okay,
it real
cool.
quick.
Yeah, I'm just super used to reading the RMS meter on Ozone, even though it's really fucked up. I need to get a better metering
What the
system.
fuck is
But
that?
I also am just like looking for a lot of perceived loudness as well.
Oh wow, I don't know what's going on with my Ableton. I just dropped iStope Inside on and it gave me Shaper Box.
Oh,
So
there we
nice.
go. Close enough.
There we go. So I think this. Let's see real quick. Oh, that's gross. Here, I'll have to share the screen for this. This is gonna make you throw up.
Here, I'll stop.
Here, I'll share your screen.
Gonna make you.
There we go. Ooh, that's too loud.
Oh my god.
This is what happens when you like mix super hot. Negative 1.4.
I need to get insight.
That's too loud. God
Too
damn
loud.
it.
Let's just
I,
pull
like,
the
I'm
track.
not even doing anything on the master too. Like I'm barely hitting this glue. I'm barely hitting this limiter. What are we at? Like pre-master.
It's too loud.
It's probably just like clipping like fuck.
Pull the tune.
Yeah, we're at -5 before like any mastering.
Jeez.
And there's a utility hit going -2. So it's probably just like a really loud mixing.
The loud
Oh
one.
boy.
Feedback. Your screen.
Yeah, I usually shoot for -4, but sometimes I just like don't even look at the meters and it'll end up being really hot.
Yeah, but that's pretty much the whole project. I mean, we can give you guys like a little bit of time to ask some questions just to make sure we didn't miss anything. I need a fucking hair.
Good luck, dude. I'll cut it for you. Right here.
There you go. We all know what you use that for.
I just had that dialed up, ready to
You were ready for that. Why were you
go.
so ready?
No,
Are you side chaining the hats or tops?
Yes.
You're
Actually, no, we're
the-
not.
No?
Actually, no, we're not.
No. Fucking get pranked.
We're side chaining the crash, but I don't think we're side chaining the actual
Symbols, here they are. Yeah, these
Is
are
there?
going to the kick snare group, so they're not being sidechained. Oh,
Oh, what?
double
Maybe.
pranked.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's
a lighter sidechain.
It is pretty light. And there's also like OTT and saturation after the sidechain, which is even making it like lighter. Like if this was after all the post processing, it would seem a lot more intense. But yeah. It's enough. Like there's not a lot of the same frequency in the hi-hats that's going to be fighting with the kick and snare, so having a nice light.
Well, the Live 8 compressor, that you, a bunch of people have been asking about that. So the Live 8 compressor doesn't have the clicks that you know when you're like sidechaining sub or when you can start hearing clicks. Just go online and search Live 8 compressor because it's a different algorithm and you don't get those little clicks. Very nice.
Do you low pass a lot of synths? How is it not noisy garbage at
I mean,
-1.5? I mean,
is it?
is it?
No,
I mean the
I don't low
main
pass
bass
anything.
here is like pretty low passed, or
High
it's
pass.
pretty high passed, or it's pretty low passed. There's like not even a lot of low mids getting through. We're doing like 150 hertz cut.
Yeah.
But there's also like quite a bit of upper mid harmonics on the sub, which is why we're cutting like a bit above 100.
That's definitely what I noticed is sort of like from getting from like intermediate to more advanced production is sort of filling out that, or really not even filling out, but really being aware of the 100 to 200 hertz range, because that can really make your track fill out and kind of seem like bodied. If you treat it right and sort of like push the harmonics into your sub down to the lower register of your bass, and like once you get that nice little crossover, that's how you
Yeah,
get some of the
it's
big
kind of
hits.
hard sometimes,
Oh, for sure.
like getting loudness out of a tune, because shit will just start, like he said, starting to sound fucking garbage if you have a bunch of low mids and you're pushing it and you're like, why can't I get it loud? Usually why.
Yeah, that range is super, especially if you're doing like neuro, more, well, not neuro, but like we both like neuro sound design, and it's a lot. That range can get crazy. So a lot of times you're seeing a lot of cuts around there.
Yep, especially after saturation, after amp, after OTT, because OTT is essentially taking the loudest sound and like compressing it, turning it down a bit, and taking those quieter parts of the sound and expanding them up. So say you cut that area and then put OTT, it's going to be like low mids coming back to the party. So you got to be on top of treating that shit like over and over again.
Over and over.
Over and
Yeah, volume
me using
shaper's
the
so
effing
sick.
ribeye kick.
I love volume shaper.
Yeah, I need to get Shaper Box just to be able to fuck with the Neuro fills in there.
Dude, there's so many. All the other like the time shaper and other shit is so cool.
Seems worth it just for that. Hey, looks the official with the $3 dono. Thank you for sharing your wisdom. Thank you for chilling, man. No worries.
Yeah.
Always happy to do the streaming stuff. Oh, accidentally switched to the streaming soon. Big mistake. Big mistake. Have you tried Color Limiter by Ableton? It's Max for Live. No, I haven't. Sounds cool. I haven't used a limiter in since like 1960 something.
Ugh, disgusting.
Been a minute. I use soft clippers for everything. I have Shaper Box too. Oh wait, no one cares. I care.
I think they're on 6 now or 5.
6? Whoa.
Oh no. So they had Volume Shaper 4, then Volume Shaper 5 is like now Shaper Box 1, and then they went Shaper Box 2.
All right, we're gonna segue into a fresh project here, and I'm gonna make an effin operator chain. Check me out. Should I save this?
This is what we call a mistake.
This is what we call setting myself up for failure.
Yeah, we both soft clip the master. I use Fab Pro L, but I use it on a clip setting, so
oh, cool.
really no attack.
I didn't even know you could do that.
Mm-hmm. No, like a clipper, I'm pretty sure is just a limiter with like no attack, right? And like no look ahead. I'm pretty sure that's it.
Oh, Ableton crashed. Good. Don't look at my files, except for this one. Look at
Ooh,
these.
it's a beautiful man.
I don't know why, but everyone in my Discord just kept saying that people were stealing my hot wings.
Bonk.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
No, see, no, you can do a lot of creative stuff with Shaperbox because it also has like time stretching and stereo like width processing and filtering and shit, filtering as well. I think I broke it down like a stream I did a couple days ago of like how I used it to make a bunch of bass glitches.
All right, I'm getting an operator workshop lesson from Effin right now. So first things first, you always got to start
Wow.
out the good old root note of A sharp.
Oh, what?
Oh,
I think
A
I actually do have a tune in A sharp. And I
A
used
sharp,
the
best
fifth
key,
for the sub.
hands down.
It's not a bad. You can use the 5 for the sub.
Oh,
Get
it's
that
bad.
fucking- You're wrong. Get
Oh,
the
it's
F.
bad. So for some reason, I have my stock operator settings as all. I think we were making a patch one day when we were doing a session in person, and it was just like so fucked up because all of my
Yeah, there's no FM. It's
yeah,
just-
there was
at
no
that point,
FM
it's
at
just,
all.
Like going all.
A sharp. So clearly, we're gonna.
Oh.
Fake news. Fake news. Don't worry. So do you almost always just start with sine waves?
Yeah.
Any of the like bit ones, or just the sine wave?
Usually just the sine wave. I'll like sort of make a patch and then add more, or like change them around after I've sort of made like a rack. Oh,
Here we go. I'm in there. Oh, effing base one shot, right? Oh,
leaked.
leaked. Someone just soundflowered that and ripped it right now.
It's yeah, fucking 240p.
Something like this. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm liking it.
Oh God.
Oh,
You're gonna learn quickly what we were talking about with these. We're just gonna jump right in there.
that's a big boy.
Do you use any of these, or you just do the 48 plus?
I love flange or phase 48 plus.
Like this? Crazy. Crazy.
Beautiful.
Here I go. I'm just shit with operator. I can only make like the crazy like long bases.
Yeah, those are gnarly too.
Here's the thing. Boom. Sounds money. Really good at this. What do you usually do for stereo on stuff like this?
A little bit of hyper, a little bit of chorus, a little bit of phaser.
So this is done. Really good.
Sounds great.
AFK music just followed. Best decision of your life.
True.
Yeah, I don't really know a lot of operator shit.
That could be like dope for a sub layer.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Not very stereo there. Does kind of sound like one of the blown out like mid basses I used in the extraterrestrial VIP.
Ooh, true.
Orbis. All right. Save this bad boy. And I'll be selling this rack for $300. Who wants it? Come and get it.
I actually made like my favorite operator patch on stream the other day.
Oh,
not-
really?
On a like a 1v1 stream. 1v1.
1v1.
1v1 mentoring.
1v1 mentor sesh.
Fuck, what was the name of it?
Pull that
Whompy?
boy up.
What was it called? Open recent set.
300, I'll send you 500. How about 250? Last final offer.
Damn, I can't find it right now. Was it this? Let's see. Hello. Oh. I like that one.
Share it. Share it up.
All right. Share screen, Ableton.
You play Warzone? I haven't played it yet.
Wow.
Oh, sick.
Ooh. Yeah, I've been super into like the Wompy stuff. Like that, and let's see what this one is.
Braves dumpster dive. That's sick.
Womp. But yeah, I usually like sort of like will hand automate like the filter movement, and then sort of like add the just like a bunch of cutting, and then saturation, cuts, amp. Our friend. Yeah, so I'll like build the stereo image with like a little bit of
Oh, cool.
hyperdimension, chorus.
Actually,
probably a
like the
phaser,
hyperdimension and serum grew on me when I started to like figure out how to use it better.
Right. Just like a lot of like subtle works a lot better. If you just use like 20% chorus, 20% phaser, 20% hyper, 20% dimension, I feel like it works a lot better than like trying to rely on one for stereo.
So do you ever use the LFO in operator? I've never really figured out how to map parameters and shit to it.
This one already has pitch bend on it, but you can tell. Like I've tried using. Like I like
That's
using
sick.
it to just like do like maybe you get something unexpected because.
So
I'm not,
how
like,
do you
automating
route?
it.
How do you route the LFO to like control the pitch or the filter like that?
So by default, it's already routed to like every. It's like these are the destinations. So I could route it to like just the filter, or I could like now it's on the pitch of like certain.
Oh, okay, on
operators or
like the
whatever.
course or the level.
Actually that's a good question. Not sure.
I
Let's
think
see
it
what
might be
Ableton
on the
says.
level.
LFO modulate the frequency of oscillator A.
Oh, I always
So
forget
it's
to
like-
use
yeah.
the helper window.
Yeah, so it's if you go to fixed tune, it's like modulating this
Cool.
frequency.
That's sick.
But you could change it to like just modulate the filter, or like just certain operators.
You send it to like the time or something?
What?
Could you have it modulate the time?
Destination B.
Oh, cool.
Time. There you
God,
go.
sweet.
Yeah. I just like turn these off, I guess.
Yeah, I love the whippy
But the time won't
stuff.
matter here because I'm like I'm automating the filter and there's no like envelopes.
You pretty much strictly use the low pass out of there, huh?
I like the low pass a lot. Yeah, I also like pushing it. There's like a soft shaper in here,
Oh, sick.
or
Cool.
like drop. You can get a bit more grit out of your shit. Yeah, Yeah, there's a lot of like muddiness, but there's also some crazy shit. And these are all just like sine waves.
So much timbre, man. That's the thing with the operator stuff.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
I'm definitely gonna fuck with some more operator.
Wow.
Or FM8 too. I actually like feel like I'm better with like FM8 and phase plant than I am with operator, but I've made some cool stuff in operator.
Oh, there's also like a notch on this. Doing like a little bit of movement. Yeah, this one's like a super basic patch, but it's super.
Yeah, it's not as
cool.
long as your normal effects chains as well.
Let's see. How is that? I just added the chunky kick.
Oh, there he is. The ribeye kick. I love that kick.
Yeah, this one's good. It's super bricked out.
Super bricked out.
Bop.
Yeah, go through some of the bases in there.
Ooh,
I love some of the blown out ones. What was that higher pitch one you played? The bloop, bloop.
The like this one.
That one.
This one.
That's sick.
That's called Whip It Bass.
Whip it bass. That is sick.
Actually, I have the rack right here. Whip It Bass V2.
Some operator madness.
Hello.
Oh, just a bunch of different renders of it.
Yeah. Oh, this is like a shitty one. This is a Serum Boy.
Oh, nice. There's probably like a big sync automation.
Yeah.
Oh
just like
shit.
the octave on the.
Whoa,
I
that's
just, like,
dope.
Resampled that. And then like cleaned up some of the sort of just like the shit in between it.
Do you find yourself doing more or less post-processing when you work with Serum?
I don't know. I just like sound design pretty by just using basic shapes. So like all my, yeah, I guess I actually really liked automating like the distortion mode in Serum.
Oh, cool.
So you can like automate the filter.
Yeah.
Like this distortion, the filter. That was like sort of the technique behind this one. And then it's just a bunch of like filtering. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
So full, man.
Yeah, that's some weird like kind of like staticky basses shit.
Yeah, all of your basses kind of standalone have really nice sub to them as well, I've noticed.
Oh, really? Nice. I had to like add a bunch of sub for the to like making the pack.
Yeah. Yeah, I have some with, some without.
Yeah, I don't know when the pack's coming out. We're working on it. Bop, bop, bop. You've got one coming out too, right?
Yeah, I'm doing a little collabo splice pack with Sullivan King. He actually just texted me.
Ooh.
He's like, let's finish the pack. I'm like, fuck, I'm working on it. I have to do the
Hey.
demo track for it. And then it's
Dude,
good.
that's fucking. I gotta do that too.
Pressure. It's like I've been just avoiding so many things on my to-do just because I want to like work on other, like get new ideas out and shit.
True. True.
Been working on any new stuff?
Yeah. Let's see. This is a new one that I've like kind of been fucking around with. It's kind of just like one drop for now. It's early state.
In cycle.
Let me turn this way down.
What you know about? What you know about?
Blow up.
What you know about?
That's it.
some chunky.
That sounds
Dub
sick in
boys.
mono too, because Zoom shares,
Oh
screen shares
yeah,
mono.
fuck.
It's
That's
fucking
in mono.
schmacks.
Yeah,
Super
that
sick.
one I've been working on. I've got a drum and bass one coming out soon, but I don't think I can play that. I actually made this like halftime one on stream.
Oh,
I
that
started
one's
it.
sick.
Yeah, I started it and then like kind of finished it with my stream. They were giving me some ideas.
Nice. I'm glad you finished it. I remember you thinking you were gonna scrap it, or like you were saying you were just.
It's definitely never coming out.
Oh.
One, two, three, with the.
I think I'm actually gonna use that as like the demo for the pack. I'm gonna because like 90% of it's from the pack. I just need to go and it's
That's so smart. Yeah,
make-
the
yeah, make
demos,
sure
the
it is.
demos really matter, man.
for sure. I'm gonna do like kind of what Sultan did and just have like a bunch of different shit sort of thrown together.
I'll probably
instead of
do
doing
that
one
too.
tune.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like I might honestly just make a bunch of fresh shit for the demo and just bounce out what I made and like put it in the pack.
Yeah,
Rather than
that's-
like
yeah.
using the
I've noticed a
demo.
lot of packs do that. They do like the opposite of we do. So they'll like make a song and then use the song for the pack.
Yeah,
But yeah,
very
I definitely
sick.
wanna make some fucking drum and bass shit and like neuro shit. Obviously some heavy shit for the demo.
Yeah, I'll probably will do that too. So like, we'll see. I gotta start the demo.
Yeah, I'll pass this back over to you.
Sweet. Yeah, I mean we're pretty much
Yeah, any final questions, chat?
ready to wrap this boy up. So I can go work on the demo for the spice pack.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
Take a break, play some Animal Crossing. Who's been fucking with Animal Crossing? I know JD's like top 10 on the leaderboards.
True. Yeah, I've been
He's got a crazy kill death
grinding the
ratio.
bracket. The ladder.
Optic just offered to pick me up for their pro Animal Crossing team.
Yeah, I hit a nasty trick shot on time the other day.
On the balloon with
Fucking
the
frag.
slingshot. You're like, God. Can I put your dubstep wieners in my ear for science?
We'll allow it.
We'll allow it. I'll have to talk to my manager. I'll get back to you in 3 business days.
We'll do feedback another day. Well, maybe Kyle will.
Yeah, we could do a collaborative feedback thing. I'm gonna do like, I don't know. I feel like I try to squeeze feedback in on my streams and people just get like I get a shitload of submissions and then I get to the time where I said I was gonna stop and then I go 30 minutes over and then people are like, do 10 more, do 20 more, do 30 more, just because they want to get to their song, and I'm just like, I feel like it doesn't hold an audience,
Yeah.
sadly.
It's
But
like,
I'm
just
still
pay
down
me
to do a feedback.
$50,000 and I'll listen to your song.
1v1 me on Smash or COD and I'll win. No, you won't. No, you won't.
I'll run your shit on COD.
I'll
promise that.
hold it down this production.
I think I'm gonna stream like every day this week. I'm gonna try to. Tomorrow I'm gonna do like that kick and the snares. I'm gonna try to do like a breakdown of how I
Oh,
made
nice.
those.
You're doing some drums.
Yeah, I'll do like drums from scratch. We should try to do like a fucking random, either like feedback or collab thing. I don't know how we would do that. That'd be
Yeah,
fun.
be fun though. We could do like Zoom or something. I think the coolest thing that me and Adair were doing last night is if you set up a shared Dropbox and pulled the Dropbox into your Ableton sidebar, you can literally just throw Ableton channels in and they show up and you just drag them over and they're like all processed and ready to go.
Yeah, that's fucking the sauce.
It's a super fun way of writing. Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
I just plugged myself. Had to plug my Twitch.
There it
Come
is.
get these
Yeah,
fucking
definitely
emotes.
follow Effin on Twitch and Instagram and everything. He's got emotes and I don't.
Shout out Tunes.
Tunes.
Oh,
Tunes dropped a
No more
hundo
collab.
on my stream the other day when I was streaming.
yeah, he was talking shit, thinking he could beat me in COD, and then
Oh.
I fired up a little 1v1, and he got stomped.
Oh no. Tunes, what happened, bud?
I think he's been playing too much Doom.
We do need Crumbo emotes. Yeah, I have some. Pop those bad boys. But I'll definitely stream again in the next couple of days. I want to do another like song from scratch type thing too.
Is
That'd be
this?
cool.
Are we saving the stream? I think.
Yeah,
It is.
I'll keep it up on my Twitch. I'm gonna make it so just like subscribers can see it.
Yeah, dude, we should work on like maybe like a highlight video for like Twitch highlights or YouTube, where we sort of like go and I don't know, it might take a while. Where we go into the video and take like the actual segments where we're not fucking around.
Yeah, yeah.
And just sort of
I
get like the
asked someone to
consolidated
like
version.
to do that for me. It would be cool with some like really good like editing too to make it like funnier, more interesting, or just like cuts and zooms and shit like that. But I asked my Twitch chat on my last stream to like clip moments they would want to see in a highlight video on YouTube. So I'll probably
nice.
eventually go through and like cut up all my Twitch saved videos, but it's so much fucking, it's like 17 hours already.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But yeah, thank you guys for chilling while we break down the project and asking questions. Sorry it was like kind of a short stream, but yeah, we
Go listen to Chunky. Get
stream it.
inspired.
Follow Effin.
Maybe download it so
Follow
you can
Mike
import it
Lasalti.
into your DAW
Oh,
of
we're
choice.
asking for a lot there. Go download
And
it
get
and
pissed
rip
off
the
by how
drums.
obnoxiously loud it is, and no song should be that loud.
We need to turn that down.
Well, it's too late.
For sure. Well, good shit, guys. All right, we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, thanks
On the
for
next
tuning
stream.
in, boys,
All right.
girls.
Peace out.